November 17, 2017, 11:42 a.m. EST. Robert Mugabe was believed to be on the verge of resignation Thursday night after he was presented with plans to unseat him via a vote of no confidence in Zimbabwe's parliament, sources in Harare said. Senior sources in the Zimbabwean military and the Movement for Democratic Change, the main opposition party, told the Daily Telegraph that preparations had been made for the vote of no confidence to end the president's 37-year rule in the country's parliament as early as Monday. The parliamentary motion, which would see opposition members voting alongside dissenting members of the ruling ZANU-PF party, would require a simple majority to pass. Mugabe, 93, has defied calls to resign since the country's military arrested him and his family on Tuesday night in a coup designed to prevent his wife, Grace Mugabe, from succeeding him as president. His fate was sealed yesterday after many of his supporters in G40, the faction within the ruling party which supported Grace Mugabe's bid for power, deserted him out of fear of the military and a recognition that broad swathes of the public were already celebrating his pending departure. Mugabe spent much of yesterday afternoon locked in talks with senior military officers and envoys from the Southern African Development Community, said the regional bloc, at State House, his official residence in Harare. Photographs later emerged of Gen. Constantino Chiwenga, the head of the armed forces and the executor of the coup, warmly shaking the president's hand. Two envoys sent from SADC via Jacob Zuma, the South African president, returned to South Africa late yesterday apparently satisfied that Mugabe was willing to leave office of his own accord, avoiding an unconstitutional seizure of power. Morgan Tsvangirai, the leader of the 1600 and who shared power with Mugabe between 2009 and 2013, added his voice to those calling on him to step aside. In the interest of the people of Zimbabwe, Mr. Robert Mugabe must resign, he said in Harare. Tsvangirai, who returned early yesterday from South Africa, where he is being treated for cancer, said there should be a transitional period possibly involving a government of national unity after Mugabe leaves office. He also said he had not been approached to be part of any transitional mechanism, but if we are approached to negotiate such a process we will participate. Sources close to the military told this newspaper that they believed Mugabe had resolved to step aside after he learned of plans to unseat him in parliament. The same sources said that Mr. Mugabe was shocked to discover how many people wanted him to leave, and was waiting on a promise of safe passage for Grace Mugabe and other members of his family before accepting the fait accompli. Singapore, where Mugabe often goes for medical treatment, is one possible exile destination. The Telegraph understands Paul Mangwana, the Zimbabwean military's chief lawyer, and Douglas Mwanzora, the chief legal counsel for the 1600, were due to meet to discuss details of the plan last night. It is believed the vote will be timed before Felekezela Mifoko, the vice president, can return from an official visit to Japan and step in as acting president.